Okay, everybody, it is Magic Monday and it's a little different. Hopefully, this works. Um, kind of was experimenting with it the other night to see if I could actually get the screen to record, to try some digital Magic the Gathering Arena. And I don't know about uploading gaming or anything, so for the time being, the sounds will be muted. But I just wanted to get in and just do something a little different, a little experiment. If people like it, then we can do it a little more often, but we'll see what happens. So I figure for the first one, you see Transformers, Secret Layer X, and you always get your news from Wizards of the Coast and whatnot. But I figured today I have a bunch of packs stored up. See, golden packs. But going back, I've got some of the Brothers War, Dominaria United, Baldur's Gate, but I've got a couple packs going all the way back to Kamigawa, Neon Dynasty, something we haven't done in a while. Loved opening them up in person, so I figured let's open some digital packs and get some wild cards because wild cards are good. I have a ton of them, as you can see there. You get them from opening up different packs and just all kinds of cool stuff, and then you can buy other cards to build decks. So I've got a lot of decks going on. Maybe I'll do some gameplay one of them, but we can take a look. We got our Snake Ninja. Okay, and this is good. Ninjutsu. Return an unblocked attacker you control, and I've dealt with this. So basically, if this thing attacks and nobody goes for it, or nobody blocks it rather, you can pay the 1 mana plus a forest, bring it back into your hand, and then you put this card. Oh, return an unblocked attacker, and then you can put this guy onto the battlefield attacking. Okay, I did read that wrong, so we're good. Wanderer's Intervention deals 4 damage to a target attacking or blocking creature. An instant means whenever you want. Oops, I haven't found the hitbox for this yet. The Iron Apprentice, an artifact construct, enters with a +1/+1 counter on it. When it dies, if it had counters on it, put those on a different target creature you control, so you can add counters to the creature and then move them over if you need to. We got the Crackling Emergence. I love the digital artwork, and I really do want to get into some gameplay because the animations are really cool. And actually, since we have this, we have the short circuit. But if you're doing this and you see it surrounded with yellow and it says first, that means it's the first of these actual cards I've gotten to my digital library. What do we got here? The Kami of Bamboo Groves. When Kami of Bamboo Groves enters the battlefield, you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. Discard. Oh. Okay, so you could discard that and get 2 forests. That's good if you're building up lands. We got a double-sided, the Dragonfly suit, which I like the look of. When Dragonfly Pilot enters the battlefield, conjure a card named Dragonfly Suit, which I'm pointing with my finger as if you can see that, into your hand. Dragonfly Pilot's crew vehicles as though its power were 2 or greater. Still not 100% on the vehicles thing, but they are annoying. And and the middle one is like the rare, the mythic rare, the uncommon, or a wild card. This one's yellow, so I think it's rare. Let's see. We got the Saiba Siphoner, a human ninja. And this is why I like it. So we got 1, 2, 3. So 8 digital cards per pack, and 7 of them I didn't have in my library. So let's do another pack of this. Open her up. Sorry, it's laggy. The internet is bad. Okay, so we did get an uncommon wild card, which goes up in our thing. And I'm running low on mythic rares. You need that for the big ones. So we got Inkrise Infiltrator, another human ninja with flying. The Moonsnare Specialist, a brand new one for me. Undercity Scrounger. An artifact creature, human rogue. Create a treasure token, and the treasure tokens basically are good for any color of mana, which are very handy. Doggo! I got this one in actual paper, and now I think I have several of these. The enchantment Doggo. Draw a card. We got another Snake Ninja. I think we had him in the last one. Our uncommon wild card. Another Dragonfly Pilot in Suit. And our middle one, we have the Boseiju Pathlighter. When enters the battlefield, draft a card from Boseiju Spellbook. Okay. So the Spellbook is, I think it's an additional thing that this creature comes in with, and you actually build it in your deck. Maybe I'll have to try that. I actually haven't messed with that too much yet. And Field of Ruin is just a pain in the butt land, because they can destroy any one of your lands, and then you can replace it with a basic one. So you have something that does amazing magical things. Get ready for it to go away. So that's 2 packs. Let's do a couple more, because I'm enjoying this, although I don't have a clock on to see how long this has been going. But either way, I hope you're having fun, because I know I am. And like I say, just open up a couple, get some stuff we haven't seen in a while, see and get a gauge and see if people actually like this, and if so, we'll do some gameplay in the future. We got Ninja's Kunai. So the first 2 steps of the saga here: draw a card, then discard a card, then exile it and bring it back as a 2/3 flying spirit. Another Short Circuit. Sky Swimmer Koi. That's pretty. Look at that fish. Look at the fish-o. Flying 3/3. Excellent. Got Debt to the Kami. Exiles a creature they control or an enchantment they control. Well, that could really pin somebody if they only have one thing out there. Artillery Enthusiast, a Goblin Artificer. Modified creatures you control have menace, and modified is basically when you... I think in this series there's something called Reconfigure, where you can put a creature card under it. So it's kind of, in essence, modified. But when this thing is out there and you have a modified creature, they have menace, which means, as you can see there, creature with menace can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures, which can take up a little bit of space. Painful Bond, draw 2 cards, then non-land cards in your hand. With mana 3 or less, perpetually gain when you cast this spell, you lose 1 life. I don't know if that's really worth it for 2. Our middle one, we got Soul Servitude. Target player sacrifices a non-token creature. When they do, you may discard a card. If you do, conjure a duplicate of the sacrificed creature into your hand. So if they sacrifice a really big creature, then you can discard one and kind of get a version of it. I think these were one of these was a mythic pack and one of these was not, so we'll go to the other one. I think this is the base one. Couple more. And we got us a common wild card, a land, Scoured Barrens, Spell Pierce. That's the problem with the blue decks. A lot of times they don't have much in the way of offense, but they're more like control decks. So they control you with spells in the hope that you get angry and rage quit. Target player discards 2 cards. Ninjas and rogues you control gain menace until the end of turn. That's nice. Common wild card. Grafted Growth. Yeah, okay. I was trying to figure out what that was. It's a very, very nice little tree I actually got right up next to my screen. Anchor to Reality. Anchor to Reality. Continuing on with that beautiful Asian-inspired kind of steampunky artwork. We got the Boseiju Reaches Skyward. A saga. Oh, gosh. Look at that. Gets +1/+1 for each land you control. So if you have 10 lands, you've got yourself a 10/10 plant creature. Maybe it's the spinach's revenge. Final one in here, Biting Palm Ninja. Whoops. Ninjutsu again. Next time I do Kamigawa, I'm going to learn what ninjutsu means. But for that being said, let's do 1 or 2 more packs. Since it's digital, it goes kind of fast. This will be the penultimate one. We got Kami of Terrible Secrets. Love the design. Iganjo Exemplar. We got Searchlight Companion. And again, a lot of these are still new. There we go. Look at the big pig. The Iron Hoof Boar. And Trample, as I've described in the past, but Trample, any excess damage that it does not do to a blocking creature, it continues on and does to the player. Which means, since this has a 5 attack, if they block with something that has a 2 defense, you'll do the 2 to kill it, and then the extra 3, because of the trample, will continue on to the player. And haste means it can attack immediately rather than wait a turn. Suit Up. Until end of turn, target creature becomes, or vehicle becomes artifact creature with base power and toughness 4/5. Alright. Another uncommon wild card. The Life of Toshiro Umezawa saga. Love the artwork on these sagas. And like I say, this is the cool part, because when you're playing the paper game, excuse me, you actually will flip it over and this and that, but because it's online, it's actually some really cool animations. Last one here, we got, I like this guy. Look at that big toad. Tatsunari, the Toad Rider. That toad does not look pleased about basically what's going on with life. Last pack. We'll do one more Kamigawa, and that'll kind of wrap it up for this one. Hopefully you guys liked it, but we got another Iganjo Exemplar, another Short Circuit, Harmonious Emergence. Enchant land you control. Enchanted land is a 4/5 green spirit creature with vigilance and haste. And vigilance means it never taps, which is basically when a creature goes, you turn it to the side as it attacks, and then basically it's out of play for your opponent's turn. But if it has vigilance, it stays upright, or not upright, ready to attack or block. If enchanted land would be destroyed, instead sacrifice this. So if they try to destroy it as a land, this will sacrifice itself and the land becomes indestructible, so at the very least you get to keep your land. Intercessor's Arrest, Enchantment Aura. Enchanted permanent can't attack, block, or crew vehicles. Well, that could really mess with somebody. Another saga, The Era of Enlightenment. Scry 2, and again, Scry, as you can see there, look at the top 2 cards of your library, then put any number of them on the bottom and the rest on top in any order, which is different from Surveil, which you would put into the graveyard. And then it comes back as a 2/2 enchantment human monk with first strike, meaning that it does damage before whatever it's attacking does. So if they have a creature that has death touch or whatever, this attacks it before that would kick in. Very handy and rather annoying to have to try to block. The Colossal Sky Turtle. A 6/5 flying turtle with Ward 2. And the ward means if they're going to cast a spell against it, they have to, in this case, they have to pay the ward cost, which is 2 mana. So if they're running low and they're trying to do something, they're not going to be able to. And channel that, discard that, return. Okay, so if that's in your hand, you can channel it to do other things. Orochi, Merge Keeper, a Snake Druid. And our last little one here, Invoke the Ancients. Create 2 4/5 green spirit creature tokens. For each of them, put your choice of a vigilance counter, a reach counter, or a trample counter on it. When we talked vigilance, we talked trample, and reach means it's a ground-based creature, but it can block flying creatures. Hence, it can reach up. So, got a couple nice ones. We'll do one more so we can fill in the uncommon wild card, just for completion's sake, and then that goes into my Maybe. Waiting for server. It does that from time to time. There it goes. And that gives me another uncommon wild card. And when this fills up, it goes the rare, which are the gold. It does a couple of them, and eventually every 3 or 4, it'll switch to a red one, the mythic rare. But just all the more incentive to open packs. Another spirited companion, a Tawashi song shaper, a human artificer. We got the Tales of Master Seshiro saga coming out. Ooh, coming back with a 5/5 Vigilance Haste Snake Warrior. That's nice. Another deal 4 damage to the target attacking or blocking creature. Master's Rebuke. Deals damage equal to its power to creature or planeswalker you don't control. Very nice. Kappa Tech Wrecker. It's a turtle. See, Turtle Ninja. Not the other way around. But it's a turtle with what appears to be some sort of flower on his head. And I'm all about it. Enormous Energy Blade. Looks like Pyramid Head sword from was that Silent Hill? Our last one for this one, we got the Dragon Kami Reborn, another saga, gain 2 life. Look at the top 3 cards. Exile one of them face down with a hatching counter. Oh, so when this comes in, you can, whatever you put the little counter on, you can play without paying the mana cost. Very, very, very cool. See, I would basically, I would basically put it on the most expensive one, and then see if you can get it back in a timely manner. So there you go. That's just a little introduction into the digital version, Magic the Gathering Arena. I've been playing on this since I got back into Magic, so about 2 years now. It's a lot of fun. It's really cool. The artwork is a lot of fun to look at, and it allows me, because I'm getting back into the game, it allows me to it allows me to kind of practice with the different mechanics that are coming out in case I ever do play a game. And then down here you have different daily challenges to get XP, and that can even lead to you can get different packs, rewards for different cosmetic sleeves, whatnot. But my daily goal for today would be cast 20 white or red spells. So I think one day we'll have to do some daily tasks. But that's going to wrap it up for this one, for the first ever, and depending on the response, Digital Magic Monday. Hopefully you enjoyed it. It's a lot of fun, and it's one of the few games on PC I actually play with any regularity anymore. I'll play some video games here and there, but really lately it's been Magic the Gathering. So hopefully you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think, and if anybody out there plays it, let me know how you like it. We will catch you tomorrow, everybody.